Homemade tomato soup. Half a medium size. I'm using a Vidalia because I happen to have them and they're sweet. Then I have Italian tomatoes peeled with basil. Very low sodium, which is good. So I'm going to saute this just a little more. Then add the tomatoes. And then add 4 cups of my turkey stock, which I happen to have on hand, and I'm putting the rest in the freezer so I can pull it out as I need it. I'm going to let it simmer for about 25 minutes. Once all the flavors marry, I'm going to use an immersion blender to blend it rough, and then I'll get the bread and the cheese ready for the paninis. Okay, the tomatoes are in, and I'm using a 1 pound 12 ounce or 794 gram, I think it's 28 ounce, liquid 28 ounce can. So let's add 4 cups of stock. So I've added pepper, I've added 4 cups of stock, pepper and a little bit of garlic, and then I'm going to use my little salt cellar, just a little. I'm going to let this simmer on medium. And sorry, I'm not using a tripod, but every time I put the tripod on in the kitchen, the dogs seem to think it means entertainment for them, so they knock into it. So I'll be back to show you what it looks like in about 25 minutes, and then I will pulse it with the immersion blender. There's the soup nicely simmered, and I have my immersion blender on medium in a deep pot so you don't get splattered with hot. You can also put it in a blender. I find this is easier because there's fewer. I'm just going to turn it down. There are fewer dishes to do. I'm going to leave a little bit of texture. Just check to make sure there aren't any chunks. Love my immersion blender. I think I've had it for, I don't even know, 10 years. Okay, so that's off to the side. Let me switch hands. Take a look and see if there's any chunks. Let me go grab my secret ingredients. Okay, grab my milk, and for those of you who have seen my cooking videos before, you know I don't measure much. Everything's by eye. I'd say that's about a 1/4 to 1/3 cup. It's going to make it just ever so slightly creamier. And then I have shredded cheese, in case Polly wants to have some, and then I'll pull out the panini maker and cut up the Italian bread for the paninis. Meantime, this could just, I am going to taste it for flavor, salt, pepper. If it needs anything, I'll add that. Otherwise, I'm just going to cover it and let the panini maker warm up. Alrighty, because I ran out of enthusiasm and honestly time, it's getting really late, and Polly's just on his way home, I decided to just make cheese toast. So I have the broiler on 500 and some Italian bread with light butter for the crispiness. Yes, there's butter on it, but it's the light butter from Oleo Light Butter and some 6 cheese blend shred, and it's going to go under there for a few minutes, and then we'll have it with our soup. And I'll show you what the soup and the cheese crisps look like. Look at that, all done. So now we've got the soup steaming. Serve it in some bowls, and crusty cheesy bread to dunk in. Sorry, I'll do panini in another time. There you go, that's tonight's dinner. Hope you're having something as heartwarming and warming on the inside as this. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. I'll include the description for the recipe on my blog, which there'll be a link in the description below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheese. Is there anything better than melted cheese?